Hello everyone, thank you for joining. I am Jisary and I welcome you to my channel where I do all different kinds of creative content. Ah yes, the new Fantasy Life game came finally out. After nearly 12 years. The wait was long, but it paid off. I started playing the new Fantasy Life game right at launch, and I spent a lot of time on it. Needless to say that I like it a lot. It is everything I have hoped for. So, since I had a hard time getting away from it, I thought I could make a video about it. In times like these, I wish I was a gaming channel. Would be an easy let's play for sure. But we want to be creative, so I decided to design a new class or life for it. Ready? Okay, here we go. The classes in the game are called lives. Since the game is also called Life, and because it is a more commonly used designation, I will refer to the lives as classes in this video. And there are multiple different ones: combat, crafting and gathering classes. Originally I wanted to create a new class for constructing buildings, as I don't like the building system. The developers gamified all other aspects of the experience, so I found the building could use the same treatment. But only after thinking it through a little bit, it got apparent that this would be a significant game design effort, as it would need new mini-games, mechanics and game feedback. And even though I could do that, that would have made for a long video. So if you are interested in something like that, let me know. But until you tell me that you want to see it, I thought I'd stick with something more straightforward and design a new combat class instead. The combat in Fantasy Life is simple but fun. All combat classes follow the same structure, and there's still a lot of room to add more playstyles here. The most blatant miss, in my opinion, is that there are no pets in the game. You often cannot even pet the dogs, can you imagine? So this is where I start, creating a pet combat class. I call it the Beastmaster. They can command pets as their skills. The ranged classes can switch through their applied effects for some of their special attacks. We will use this to switch the animals our class uses. The Beastmaster is somewhat related to the Archer in terms of gameplay. They shoot from afar and share some visual similarities. The Beastmaster has a big head with a feather. One arm is free to wield their weapon, either a crossbow or a pistol, not sure yet. On the other arm they wear a thick glove, so that they can manage their animals. I want to give them a bird and something bigger on 4 legs, I think. They can have a chain around their hips to chain the 4-legged animal if needed, like a leash, and a bag for smaller support items like tree toes. Big boots with some armor for protection while playing and training. I think I want to go with a pistol. There are pirates in the game, so we give them some form of pirate pistol. The crossbow is just too similar to the bow weapon of the Archer. They wear a bullet belt around their torso for easy reloading. A comfy shirt and trousers to be agile. And on the backside they have a cute animal patch. The visuals of the game are very cute, so you know we want to look cute as well. Let's give them some hair to not look so puppet-like. I want to stay with a style close to how the game looks. I don't mind the character looking a little wonky, it's just a concept, so ignore that. Let's expand the canvas to add some information about the animals. We have a bird in the arsenal. Probably something like a raven or so. Yeah, let's keep it simple. That's not me not using a reference, that's totally me just keeping it simple. The bird lands and starts from the arm with a glove we send out. For the 4-legged animal I want something medium big. A bear is a bit too much and slow, but maybe a pig? Yeah, a boar sounds good. Cute but also a little intimidating. And for the 3rd skill type, our Beastmaster can use traps. They can throw the traps to CC which stands for crowd control the enemies. The weapon will be a pistol that fires slow but hard-hitting rounds. As I mentioned, there are pirates in the game, so we will use a similar pistol style to those. With slower but more hard-hitting shooting, the pistol is distinct enough from the bow. By the way, I also added a form of pet whistle around the neck. I think that would make sense and add more personality. If I would do the skill design in detail, I would use the pet whistle for sound feedback when using the skills. Okay, so these are the basics. The player can shoot their pistol and use the skills, and they follow the basic setup of medium damage and damage over time, which is the bird, high damage without any other shenanigans, which is the boar, and mostly crowd control with minimal damage from the traps. The boar will probably do something like a charge attack or a swipe attack. For the bird we will use similar logic, but more fitting appeal with a dive and some form of picking or swarming. The traps can be thrown by the player and have a small area of effect radius around them. This all works with how also the other ranged classes work in the game. But let's not forget the colors. The game is very colorful and busy, so I want to make sure the new class fits into that. But it is a class connected to nature that works with animals, so we do not want to go overboard with the colors. Probably a good mix of natural earthy colors with a few splashes of intense color here and there. I want to make the shirt green. The head boots and most of the accessories get different shades of brown. We add some darker shades for contrast to the pants and maybe some smaller areas around the character. The feather and glove get a yellow to look distinct. And for some more intense color contrast, we add some splashes of bright red to the eyes, the whistle and the gun. The bird is a raven-like one, so it will be mostly darkish gray or black. The boar will be brown. Depending on the readability on the background of the boar, it might need some other brighter or more intense colors for better readability, but depending on the readability of the background, the boar might need some brighter or more intense color splashes. But this might also be handled via visual effects, so let's keep it simple for our small design. This would be an iteration topic for when the first model would be done, which we will sadly never see. And there we go, this is the color palette. The traps will likely just be grey, or maybe even not have a visual representation in the game, only a visual effect when throwing them. Let's draw them in a bit more tidied, cleaned up version to make her shine a little bit. It will just take a second. And this is our little Beastmaster class. All classes have 2 charged skill and 1 super skill. The super skill is just weapon based, so this would be a super big shot with a pistol, something very hard hitting. Since the archer and mage classes are very AoE heavy, this could be a heavy hitting single target focusing skill. The charged skills change a little depending on the used effect, which are for our class the bird, boar and trap. The charged attacks for the bird are a dive and a swarm-like attack that leaves a bleeding damage over time debuff on the enemy. The charged attack of the boar are a charge that rams the enemy, knocks them down and makes heavy damage, and a swipe attack where the boar swirls around with might and makes high damage in an area around them. The traps can be thrown and function thus similar to the other skills. The avatar makes a throwing animation, a small projectile flies and an effect happens within a big area that crowd controls the enemies. The one skill could be a snare or root, and the other even a big knockdown or maybe a paralyze effect. Probably with some low amount of damage caused. It could also heal when allies are in the area of effect radius. So you see, there's a lot of flexibility and things you could do with those traps. And that's it. We designed a new class. I think something like that would fit the game very well. What do you think? What class or life would you add to the game? I thank you all for watching. I hope you had fun. I sure did. I love designing new classes. Me and our Beastmaster wish you a great rest of the day. Stay healthy and comfy until we meet again. And don't forget to pet the dog.